Messages from Man and the Angels, October 8, 2016. By Albers. Website, www.visionsofheaven.com. Hi dear friends. It's autumn in the Northern Hemisphere, time for releasing. What can we release to reveal our magnificence? Read on. Love you all. Anne. Message from the Angels. My dear friends, we love you so very much. Stand tall. Be proud of who you are. You are light. You are love. The world does not act as if this is the case, but it is truth. You are unique, special, precious, perfect, expressions of one love, as surely as if there are millions of forms that water can take. Not a single one of you ever has to feel ashamed of who you are. Not a single one of you needs to hang your head in embarrassment for being yourself. You will say and do things that aren't your best at times. You will feel awkward at times. You will feel unloving at times. You will feel unloved. Nonetheless, we know who you are. You are divine beings, crafted lovingly in the vibrational image and likeness of God. As many of you enter your season of autumn, ask yourself, what thoughts must I release in order to reveal my magnificence? Do you have to release the thought that you never do anything big or special? Each breath is big, dear ones. Each word that comes lovingly out of your lips is special. Do you have to release the thought that you are not as beautiful as you truly are? Not a single wildflower in the valley or tree in the forest would ever think to compare itself to others. You are beautiful. Period. Vow to release thoughts to the contrary. Do you have to release the thought that you have failed in any way? You cannot fail, dear ones. You can only learn, grow, and have experiences here upon the earth. As surely as water is special in all forms, beautiful in all forms, never fails in any form, so too you are special, beautiful, and cannot fail. Dear ones, release yourselves from the lies you have been told about what makes you lovable and what does not. You are lovable. You beloved. You are, in your essence, only love. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels. Messages from Anne. Hi everyone. I am teaching magical self-love today, and by the time you read this I'll be happily plugging myself into an energy that is so beautiful and big that it is hard to imagine at times that this lives inside of us. If a drop of water had a human mind, it might have a hard time comprehending that it is born of the same as the mighty rivers and the vast ocean, and yet it is. The rivers and the ocean live in that drop and it lives in them. Likewise, the vastness, beauty, and power of God live inside of us. I feel this many days. Some days I must seek it out. Other days I really have to work to get my way back to truth. In all cases, however, returning to this truth shifts my entire reality. I remember a time when I had twisted intestines. It was excruciating, and it was born of a lack of self-love. I had been fearful and hadn't asked for comfort. I had been judging myself, and I knotted up inside. The cure. You guessed it. In addition to the physical things I had to do, self-love. I looked in the mirror, I released the notion that I was my body. I released the notion that I had failed at my spiritual growth. I reaffirmed, the light of God lives within me. I waited till I saw the spark in my eyes. Relief coursed through me and the healing began. Another time I had been hard on myself and I was struck with all sorts of bills. Clients were late paying, and I was pretty lean to say the least. I didn't know what to do, but the angels reminded me. Back to self-love. I looked in the mirror and prayed to see the truth in my eyes. It took a while. I released the notion that I should be doing better. I released self-criticism. I released the lies that any circumstance could ever change my essential being. I waited, watched, and breathed. Suddenly I saw the lights inside. I felt the love rising up within me. Within days, people started paying me again. Things in the house stopped breaking. When we shift inside, we shift outside. Self-love is magical. Here are a few more tips to make that shift to self-love this week. 1. Say, I love myself over and over and over. Seriously. You may not believe it, but even loving words will start to cleanse and transform your energy field. Keep it up as often as you can. 2. Find a picture of yourself as a little child. Tell him or her how much you love him or her. Having a visual representation of the innocence that lives within you is helpful if you are hard on yourself. It's far more difficult to criticize yourself when you realize you are criticizing that sweet child within. 3. Ask yourself, if I loved myself, how would I treat myself? What changes would I make? Commit to at least one. Self-love, as the angels discussed last week, is acknowledging the divine light within you. It is not always warm and fuzzy, and it takes unlearning old habits and learning new ones to put it into practice. But it is the most practical skill you can learn if you want to live a happier, sweeter, and more empowered life. Keep shining. I love you all. Anne.